How's it, everybody? Welcome to today's devotional. My name is Duke, and today we're going to be in 1 Samuel chapter 18. So I just encourage you right now to open your Bible, read through 1 Samuel chapter 18, pause this video, and then you can jump back into it. So after you're done reading that, we'll pick up. Now, it's been so interesting for me being in 1 Samuel and just in this chapter seeing fresh things and seeing just God and how he's revealing himself specifically, even though he's not, maybe one of the main players that are acting in this text, how you just see him, what he's revealing about us and himself, through all of it. It's just been so good for me. I hope to share some of that stuff with you. And in my mind, there's two things that really stick out in this text. Amongst other things, I hope that as you're in it, you just find a treasure mine of nuggets and truth and ways that God is revealing himself to you there. But two things that stick out in my mind in this text. The first would be Saul. You see Saul's jealousy and just how contaminating and corrupting and destructive jealousy is in one's life. The irony here is that Saul, you have to remember, is a man in all of the land who has everything. He has the name, he's handsome and tall, and he has money and a kingdom. He is the most powerful man, and yet it's not enough. And he is envious of a little shepherd boy who receives praise and affirmation and from women who aren't his own. And in one way, it's so interesting to see, because Saul's life as the king who will never give to his people but only take and take and take is also a metaphor for what's going on in his heart. That he has a king in his heart, this desire for a name, this desire for popularity in his heart that will never satisfy. It can only take and take and take, and it makes him a very empty man. And then everything that he does is bitter. He thinks that the solution is to get rid of David, is to kill David. And so he conspires in different ways through chapter 18 that you guys just read, and how to take him out. Which comes to the second thing. The second point that I see is God's sovereign hand over our lives. And in this text, over David's life, even though spears are coming at him, spears from Saul, point blank range, should be able to pierce this guy, you see David evades somehow, miraculously. He escapes from these things unscathed. Saul doesn't stop there, though. He has, little plans, and so he sends David to the front lines of the battle. Pull back the troops. That one sounds familiar, but that's what he does. David in the battle comes out victorious. He's unharmed. And then again, the bridal price for his daughter, he says, 100 Philistines, something that should kill him. David comes out of that victorious and unscathed. And what's clear in this chapter is that God is with him and fighting his battles, and his sovereign hand of protection is over David. And so what it reminds me, as you are just coming off this incredible story of David and Goliath, where it's so clear that God is the one who brings the victory against this giant. Now there's another giant in the land. It's not a Philistine, it's a Israelite giant, and he's opposing David. And everything that he does, though, David's not thwarted because God is with him. And the hand that is guiding the stone is the same hand that is guiding and moving the spears, the same hand that is over and protecting David through all of these battles. And it reminds us, when you see these two things, I think, in concert and harmony together, that the kings that we don't worship are the kings of this world, the things of this world that can never satisfy, can never deliver, leave us only empty. And when we worship them, fill us with this type of destructive greed and jealousy and envy that leads us to pursuing ruin. And on the other side, we have a king, a true king, Emmanuel, a God with us, who is worth surrendering to. And he knows how to meet our deepest needs for our greatest goods. And he's inviting for us today to surrender to him. And I think that it'd be healthy on a devotional like this to just take a few minutes and ask the Lord to help you to inspect your own heart. Lord, is there anything in my life that I've made king above you? And just give those things over to Him. Surrender to Him today, and just trust as you walk with Him with faith that He's going to be a good King to guide and to lead and to protect for the rest of your life. Thank you.